We are discussing the dangers of fentanyl. The drug is sneaking into teens' hands, and in some cases, their curiosity ends in death.
But it's not like these kids are seeking fentanyl on purpose. Health reporter Haley Hernandez is here to explain how they're getting it and how to warn your teen.
I went to the Council on Recovery, which is an outpatient recovery center that offers sessions for individuals, families, adolescents needing help to recover from all kinds of addictions. I asked their president about the physical and mental effects of fentanyl. What's been your observation with fentanyl? We see a lot of accidental overdoses, but are you seeing patients abusing that as well on purpose?
We don't often see it like where someone intentionally goes out and seeks fentanyl. What they seek is an opioid. Like, rarely is someone going out and getting a fentanyl pill. More often than not, you're getting it inside your Xanax pill. You're getting it inside your ADHD medication. You're getting it inside. So
when you're illegally buying those drugs.
Right, when you're illegally buying those drugs.
So what makes it so addictive?
So when it enters your system, it creates a euphoric effect in the way it operates in your brain to create new pathways for dopamine to be released and to be stored. And so you never quite reach the same state of euphoria you had the first time, but you're constantly chasing it.
How, as parents, are we supposed to address a topic without giving permission for someone to explore? You know, we don't want to say, like, I know you're going to do this, because we don't want them to do anything, but in the reality that they come into contact with that temptation, how do we address this before it becomes something really scary like fentanyl?
They're gonna be faced with a choice, and you have to be prepared to make that choice. Kids often respond to the science behind use versus the it's just not good for you. So of course, a parent telling your kid don't eat that, don't do that, isn't the most effective prevention strategy, but working with them to gain knowledge together and understand so they can make that choice. Also, them being aware of when and how that can happen and being given and taught decision-making skills. You know, making good decisions is part of your frontal lobe. Being able to perceive things and think about things like that doesn't happen until you're in your early to mid-20s. So our job as parents is to help them, like, be that part of their brain for them.
What that means is explaining those physical effects and explaining what's happening in the world right now. Being brutally honest that teenagers in our area have thought that they were taking one kind of pill, but it's sometimes laced with fentanyl. And that can either slow your breathing to the point that you could die, or it can get you hooked where you're always craving that first euphoric feeling. And like Mary Beck said, you'll never achieve it like the first time. So it's a pointless chase that's never really ended well for anyone. I'm health reporter Haley Hernandez, KPRC 2 News.